I'm starting with the hat today, as this is the 10th in a series of 10 videos, What's in Our Attic, and it's time to explain why at some point in every video I've started to put on the archivist hat. I'm not really an archivist, I just play one in these videos. I'm a missionary servant. We have an archivist that works here in our archives named Lucia. But when I put this hat on, I'm playing a particular role. And I want to use this hat because hats play an important part in our history as missionary servants of the Most Blessed Trinity. We've been always known as the Hat Sisters. The reason that we wore widow's clothes and a hat and never a veil is because when we were founded, there was a great deal of hostility against Catholics and especially against nuns. So in order for us to do our work, we had to be really low profile. We had to be able to kind of blend in, and it was all about accessibility. We had to be let in the back door, more or less, in order to do our work, to reach the people that we were seeking to serve. So we've always been kind of a low-profile group and have a spirit of simplicity. So you'd think, since we're the Hat Sisters, we'd have a lot of hats here in the archives, but I really did look around, and I didn't find too many. I found Father Judge's Beretta, which is actually down in the vault, but that is part of the archives, and that's a very precious thing. That was something that for Father Judge was a symbol of his priesthood, and it's very important that we are in possession of that. We have an MSBT hat. I don't think it's the real thing though, but we have a mannequin wearing the garb, and this is the hat that the mannequin has. I think it might have just been a more recent hat. I couldn't find an original MSBT hat. That's not to say we don't have one somewhere. We've got this. This is very precious. This is a nursing cap from the Holy Name of Jesus Hospital School of Nursing. And it's the only one around that I know of. And then the other hat I found was this beanie. And this is from our family program, Be a Power for Good. Shout out to Aunt Libby, who handmade all these beanies for the program we were doing, about teaching about Be a Power for Good. That's a big deal for us. So, putting on these hats, all these different hats are like putting on different roles. So this is my archivist hat. I just got it on Amazon, but it works for me. So when I put on these different roles, I did different work. I've had many different ministries over the years, as most of us MSBTs have. But I'm still me. I'm still who I am. And Father Judge was very clear with us. Our founder was very clear with us about who it is we should be as missionary servants. And once he was talking to a bunch of us. This is back in 1930. And he said something that has remained very important to us as we consider who we are and what it is we have to do. He said, we should always be missionaries. We should not appear as a dietitian or a banker or a teacher. We should appear first as men and women of God, as a missionary. We should impress people as missionary servants. What kind of impression do you give people? Your spirit is a gracious spirit, an easy spirit. Your spirit is one of charm. If I do say so, you have an attractive spirit. There's nothing in the cynical spirit that's repellent. You don't act austere or as a holy penitent, as a reformer. I wish you to have the zeal to be a father popular or a sister amiable or a brother sunshine. Work at that. The zeal to forget yourself. You will attract souls. You won't bring vocations to the cenacle, but you're not going to be amiable until you forget yourself. So that's kind of what we're striving for. We do all kinds of work, us hat sisters. But we are missionary servants of the Most Blessed Trinity. We are missionaries. Maybe sometimes I feel a little silly wearing this hat, but it's what I'm called to do, and forget myself and just be the best I can to be a power for good in the world.